Hello everyone. Today we are doing a chit chat. Get ready with me. I'm getting ready to go to a women's event at church. That was a reminder on my phone. Oh, there's my phone. Anyways, getting ready to go to a women's event at church, and yeah, I'm excited. The thing about a women's event at any church gathering is like we all get dressed up. I have never been to a women's event where like the girls weren't dressed. Unless it's like in the dress code stated in the event, where it's like come casual or like something like, oh, a PJ party. Like there's always a theme. I love the girls for that. Like, because you know the whole thing like, oh, women dress for women. Yeah. Because we all are baddies and we want to admire each other's baddieism. That's how I see it. Anyways, so putting on makeup. I do sometimes though. If I'm going to something where I know like this is finna be emotional, I'm finna cry, I probably won't put on the face, but I will like look cute. Casual cute, you know what I mean? Ready to cry cute. But today I think is gonna be chill. So keeping it low key. You guys, I don't know if you have used the Danessa Myricks. It's like this blurry, yummy skin thing. I use it as foundation. Some people use it for other things. They have a transparent one that you can just use as like a base. Honey, this thing makes it look like you don't even have a face. Like when did you get a face? Never. That's what I'm trying to give airbrush filter in real life at all times. Okay. I mean, where did my face go? I don't have one. I don't have lines. I don't have anything. I will say there is so much going on in our world today. Very sad things, very depressing things, heartbreaking things. How did we get to this point kind of things. And so sometimes it feels like dumb to be doing mundane, silly little things. To just like, yo, our world, there's a lot going on. And I'm just sitting here making a chit chat, get ready with me. But I've realized it's like, I'd rather like enjoy the little things and leave space for the big things, of course, but like when you're enjoying the little things, just giving your mind and your heart a break from the quite literal turmoil we're in. I would love to sugarcoat it, but that's just simply not possible. We are in crisis a bit, but it's fine. It's fine. God is in control. We just gonna keep praying, keep believing, keep acting. But there's a lot going on in our world, so my heart goes out to everyone. Praying for everyone, believing with everyone that better days are to come. I'm not sure what part of the internet y'all are on, but have you seen this whole like, oh, 2026 is a new 2016? That happened I feel like it was a minute ago we were all talking about that. We might still be talking about it. But first of all, didn't understand where it all came from. I'm pretty sure it was because Fetty Wap is a free man now. And so everyone's like, oh, it's 2016 again. Which, love that. We love freedom. I'm not sure what he did. If I'm being honest, I don't want to rep too hard because I don't even know the crimes he committed to end up in jail. Or didn't commit. You know? Either way, the man is free. Love that for him. Focusing on his music, I hear. I don't know why I know so much about Fetty Wap. That's what TikTok will do to you. Put you on the pages that you didn't know you needed to be on. Also, speaking of 2016, I feel like these triangles, very 2016. I don't know if I recently started doing this again. I used to do it all the time. And I recently only started doing it again. It might be giving 2016. I also think I went my triangles a little deep today. But that's all right. Maybe I'll blend these out first before I put on bronzer. I was going to tell you all the products I'm using. I'm using the Holy Hydration Concealer by e.l.f. Okay, anyways, back to 2016. I've posted like a picture, a carousel of me in 2016. I was in college at Howard University, living my best life. I was ambitious. I was having fun. I was making new friends. I was meeting new people. And thankfully, I still have some of those friends, which is so special to me. But yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, she was hot. She was having a good time. She was living her best life. And not that I'm not now, but I thought I'd ask this question to my sister. I was like, when did you feel or she asked me, either way we were talking about it, when did you feel your best? Like, is there a time in your life where you felt like, I'm the hottest, I'm it, I'm that girl? And like, when was that? And then I also asked her, like, what age do you feel? And I think I feel like I'm in my mid-20s. I'm 30, by the way, so that's something. But I feel like I'm in my mid-20s. And I think that's because that's when I felt the best. Like, that was my best, like, in my opinion. I just felt like I was in my prime. I was out of college. I was living in LA. I, like, was working in the entertainment industry. Now, I think that's because those are all the dreams that I could think of at the time. Like, I was living my planned dreams. And also not really caring about a lot of things. Now, life hadn't hit her as hard. Like, there was a lot less going on. So, like, even in saying these things, I know it's like, yeah, girl, but you haven't been through nothing yet. Which I think is, you know, something that doesn't make you as hard, doesn't make you as, like when you haven't gone through all the things you're going to go through yet, you're a lot more optimistic, you're a lot lighter. But, like, I've been working on lately, like, not wanting to let my circumstances dictate how I show up, how I behave, how I feel. So that for me is, like, the next step in what I want to work on. It's like, okay, I don't want to go back to the person I was then because my dreams have changed, my goals have changed. Shifted is probably a better way to think about it, but things have shifted. And it's not to say, like, oh, I need to go back to that time. I need to go back to doing everything exactly I was doing then. But it's like circling back on the ambition I had, the joy I had, the, like, zeal, the vigor for life, as opposed to, like, sometimes just being like, all right, yo, I'm here. I'm showing up. Because that's sometimes what it can feel like when you're, like, going through a lot. It's just like, dog, if I show up, you're welcome. You know? But, like, I want to get out of that and get back to, like, living. Y'all know that song? Let's get back to eating, live on top of the world. That's a throwback. But that's how I feel. It's like, let's get back to, like, being ambitious, going after things heavily, like being excited about life. You know? I'm interested in that. Clearly telling y'all what I'm putting on my face isn't my gift. This is Juvia's Place bronzer. Yeah. That's what I put on for my contour moment. I'm on the fence about if I want to put concealer on my... I have dark... Let me finish the sentence. I'm on the fence about if I want to put concealer on my eyelids. She has, like, dark eyelids, and, like, my whole here is dark usually, which is why we use concealer. But I use a darker concealer than I use under my eyes on my lids. I think I'm going to do it. We're really taking it to the house today. Here's the other thing, lashes. Let's talk about that. I love putting on lashes. No, I like the way lashes look. I don't like putting on lashes. I started doing, like, my own, like, cluster lashes, and I do an okay job. I've only done it, like, twice, so there's opportunities for growth. However, like, I love that the girlies can get it to last a week. Not me. I got a solid, like, day or two that they last. And then I don't understand how you're supposed to put makeup on around them. Like, how do I get behind it? How do I get in front of it? How do I make it so it doesn't fall off? So if I put them on, there's no eyeshadow. That is the moment. That is the eye makeup. And that's fine. I have no problem with that. Anyways, how are we logistically going to get back to being the most ambitious, excited version of ourselves? I don't know. I started that with no thought on where this sentence was going. I don't know. I think the main thing for me is, like, letting go of, like, all the things that I think are holding me back, or all the things that I feel like, well, I can't do this because of this. That's not even true. Half the things we say, I can't do this because of this. Like, I can't pursue my career because I need to focus on this thing, or I can't do this. Like, I feel like those are man-made. Like, if you have a dream, if you have a goal that God has placed in your heart, He's equipped you to go after it. I was talking about this the other day. The take up your mat and walk. Like, it was been a minute since she read it, so you may need to read it for yourself. I don't even know where in the Bible it is at this moment. I'll put it on the screen. In the Bible, there's a moment where there's a man by this pool. Stay with me. There's a man by this pool, and Jesus comes over, and he's been laying by the pool. He can't walk, and Jesus is like, do you want to be made well? And he's like, yeah, but nobody is helping me. And Jesus is like, take up your mat and walk. So he's healed. He picks up his mat. He goes to the pool. He's healed, right? And I think sometimes we are like that man by the pool, where it's like, I'm waiting for something. I'm waiting for someone. I'm waiting for something to come and like change things so that I can move forward. But like, here's the question. Like, do you already have it and you're just like not moving? Like, are you the problem? Not me dropping my thing, but are you the problem? It's worth thinking about. And I think sometimes we are, because we've created all these, I can't do this because of this, because disappointment, fear, all kinds of things have stood in our way and gotten in our heads. That we're just like, oh, I can't do this because of this reason. Is that even true? So I think that's what I want to spend time praying into, is like, God, this feels like an obstacle. Is it? Am I making this up? Am I the drama? Do I need to just push past it? Do I need to just find a different system? Do I need to think outside the box? Is there something you can reveal to me about how to get this done? Like, am I the problem? And that's all right. Self-awareness, huh? Let's come into alignment with that. I feel like, I didn't even tell y'all what I used for my eyebrows. I used the NYX, I don't know where I put it, the NYX Fill and Fluff pencil. This is my go-to eyebrow pencil. Obsessed with it. Not for nothing. I made a video the other day talking about how if you had talks too much written on your report card, you're probably the personality hire. First of all, there's a lot of mixed reviews on the concept. People are like, that's me, girl. Love that for us. Then some people were like, personality. Well, it was one person. It made me mad. So maybe it wasn't even some people. It was one person. He was like, personality hire isn't a compliment. You sound mad. You sound like a personality hire has taken your promotion. And I don't know, like, you got to work that out with you. Because having a personality is not a crime. And some of you think it is because you don't have one. Anyways, neither here nor there. I just didn't like his tone. We're going to be using the Warrior palette by Juvia's Place for eyeshadow. I think I'm going to do just this one. What's this called? Bedding on all over. I don't really feel like doing too much with eyeshadow today. Another thing that people said in the comments was like, yeah, girl, most of us had undiagnosed ADHD from like the video I was talking about. And I thought to myself, I don't think I have ADHD. Now, mind you, she's never been tested. But if you follow the stream of consciousness in this video, you tell me. You tell me. And I'm not here to self-diagnose. I actually don't like when people self-diagnose, because I'm like, first of all, if it wasn't a big enough issue to hinder you from living your life, I don't think it's fair to like claim it. But I guess some people use like a self-diagnosis to kind of hack their brains and how to do better in different areas in life. So I guess I respect it. But like, I don't know. I recently stopped working with a therapist. I'm going to a different therapist, but I stopped working with a therapist who, like, after my first session, sent me a bunch of, like, worksheets to do, and they were helpful. And, like, they were, like, worksheets, but they were also just, like, informational things. And they were helpful. But one thing she sent me was, like, how to navigate ADHD, and I said, because it was after one conversation. I actually didn't think about how funny that is. And she didn't warn me. She wasn't like, hey, I think you might have ADHD. She just straight up sent me a document about how to navigate ADHD. And I was like, okay. Should I get tested? Maybe this is a bit that I should follow. Should I get tested for ADHD? I don't even know how one would go about that. But it was so funny to me. I stopped working with her for other reasons. But that was really funny. Let's talk about therapy, I guess. So I am in therapy because your girl had a tough 2025, and the beginning of 2026 hasn't exactly been going super swimmingly in regards to health and breast cancer and all that. Very serious topic. I have to pause and use my eyeliner. This is just literally an Ulta Beauty black eyeliner. My friend taught me this trick about just putting on the eyeliner and then smudging it out. Okay, I started going to therapy. And I thought it was like, okay, obviously she has a lot to work through with the whole getting diagnosed with cancer. It really takes the fight against cancer, at least for me, has been less physical, even though it has been physical, and more mental, spiritual, emotional. Like that to me is the fight part. And I also just feel like I turned 29 and all hell started breaking loose in my health. There's a list of things, breast cancer being the biggest one and the one I really share, but there's like a list. So we're just trying to reclaim our health in 2026. And I also think we don't talk about enough how much a major illness can affect the rest of your health. Like I had to be super immobile a good portion of 2025 because of so many surgeries and stuff because of breast cancer. And like that has affected other areas of my health. And it's just not ideal, man. Anyways, therapy. What I was talking about is I started therapy because I was like, oh, like she's been through a lot and she needs some help working through it, which is great. But when I started talking to this new therapist, she really highlighted to me, like, you're not just talking about this one thing. Like, you have experienced a slew of disappointments in your adulthood. And it's like, we need to work through that. We need to talk about, like, how did your childhood inform the way you think now? All this stuff. So I really am excited to work with her. I literally have only had one session. So fingers crossed, prayers up. She's a woman of God. I feel really good about her. So I'm excited. But yeah, it's like we think the one thing that happened to us, like the biggest thing that happened to us is the biggest thing that happened to us. And that's what we need to work through. But maybe it's like a symptom or like, people, I hate this saying, but people are like, new level, same devil. I actually hate that because forget the devil. Like I hate that. Anyways, it's like maybe this is the new level of the same issue you've been dealing with. So how do we push past that? How do we master that issue at this level and past the other levels? Because maybe you didn't learn the lesson you were supposed to learn. She also was talking about like maybe there's just some things you need to let go generally. Because that's my whole thing. It's like I'm trying to let things go. Let it go. Let it go. Let's move on, dog. And I'm trying to rush that, but I don't want to. I need to stop rushing that and like find the mix between letting go and living in the present. You know what I'm saying? And not like rushing to the next thing. Because I would love to be out of here. I would love to move on to the next step. Whatever that is, I'd love to move on. Speaking of next step, time for blush. Actually, fun fact, don't know what I'm wearing today. So I'm kind of just, I like to coordinate my colors of my blush and like my lipstick and stuff with the actual outfit I wear, but I don't know what I'm wearing today. We'll figure that out. We'll fix that in post. Y'all ever just say random stuff that's like, we'll move on. We'll fix that in post, or we'll get somebody to clean that up. That's my favorite thing. Okay, we're using the Juvia's Place Blush Rouge Volume 6. It's like orange. I only really use the top color, the most orange color, because of my skin tone. I've never even used, she's never been touched. Maybe one day, but not today. I didn't set my under eyes. Do I care to do that? Not really. I have this one size setting powder, and I used to use it all the time. This is the Rich Peach. I used to use it all the time. I haven't even felt led to. Should I? No, I don't feel like it. We're just going to go in with the blush. It's a great product. She's not interested right now. We'll fix that in post. I meant to mention this earlier, but Fetty Wap out of prison. Love that. We talked about that. He made a video with Gia Giudice, which, mind you, I've been watching Real Housewives of New Jersey, which my fascination with the Real Housewives of New Jersey started with Special Forces. I love reality TV. I love TV. I like scripted TV too, but she loves TV. Anyways, Special Forces, great show. Gia Giudice and Teresa Giudice were on that show. And I know they're from the Bravo universe because I watched Next Gen NYC, and I really liked it. So I've seen Gia before, but she wasn't really involved in the first season. They didn't give her shine. And then I started following her on social media after I watched Special Forces. So I watched Special Forces with them on it. I started following Gia. I was like, maybe I should start watching Real Housewives of New Jersey because I already watched Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. That was like, I've watched Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Potomac. I stopped watching Atlanta years ago because my mom started watching it, so I was watching it with her as a child. Then, child is a strong term. I was in like middle school, high school. Then my sister told me to watch Salt Lake City. I watched it from the beginning to now. A television program you should indulge in. So then I was like, okay, I need something else to watch and binge at all times. You know how like you just want a show you just want to watch. Like I just will put this on and that's the show we're watching for the rest of the day. That's me. So Real Housewives of New Jersey. There are 14 seasons of that. I'm on season 4. But anyways, I started from the beginning. I think there are 14. There are a lot. Whatever there are at least, I know there's at least 10. So, also, shout out to Married to Medicine. That has nothing to do with this conversation. But that's another one that has a bunch of seasons that I watched from the beginning and really enjoyed. Anyways, so watching Real Housewives of New Jersey, right? And this is why it connects to Fetty Wap. We were getting there. Gia made a video with Fetty Wap, and I was like, what an interesting collab. Never knew I needed that. I didn't even think or know that Fetty Wap was from New Jersey. So I was surprised. But then I looked at the comments, and the comments were like, you didn't watch Real Housewives of New Jersey if you don't understand that this makes sense. First of all, sit down, calm down. Some of us are new here. Slow down in the comments. But anyways, I'm looking forward to seeing Fetty Wap on Real Housewives of New Jersey at some point, because apparently, if you know, you know, and I don't know yet. I haven't gotten to that part yet. Gia is still literally a child in the episodes I'm watching. And fun fact, she's also rewatching it at the same time I am. And I was like, Gia, we're watching it together. So that's fun. I've also realized I use a lot of Juvia's Place. Because first of all, if you put a black girl on the package, sign me up. I'm there. Because I know that's made for me. My mom taught me this when I was growing up. Like, you know those, like, Con Air videos, like, the things that would braid your hair automatically, or, like, those little hair gems and stuff? My mom said to me, she was like, if the people in the commercial don't look like you, we're not buying that, because we don't know if it's, like, we're not buying that. That's how she said it. I understood it as, if there's no black, and that's what she was trying to say, if there's no black girls in the commercial, it may not be made for you. Representation matters. Clock it. Anyways, so now if I see a black girl on a picture or even on a brand, I'm like, okay, maybe that's made for me. I'll try it. But if I don't, I'm like, who is this for? Maybe it's not for me. So I like Juvia's Place because of that. Like, honey, clock it. And Danessa Myricks is a black woman. So I feel like she's got me. So that's why I use her. And those are, Elf. Elf is affordable, babe. You know what I'm saying? Elf and NYX, they're affordable. And sometimes I'm not trying to break the bank. There are base products that I'm like, that I will pay for. But there are other products I'm like, you don't need to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where my tax bracket is now. If I had more money, would I buy differently? I don't know, because now I know it don't take all that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, all right, pressed powder. Juvia's Place. I don't know if this is actually called pressed powder or if it's just their powder foundation. But I go over everything with this to kind of get us one band, one sound, and blend it together. I didn't do a contour on my nose. This wasn't a full beat today. It was a medium beat. Medium rare, if you will. Medium low. Yeah, because I don't even think I'm going to put on mascara. My eyelashes, I want you to find them. Look at my face right now and tell me if you see eyelashes. You don't. I don't really have any. I have them, but they're like not. She's subtle. Like, even if I try to put on, like, to eyelash curl, I've never tried that because I'm like, that's going to clip my skin. Like, she doesn't really have eyelashes for real. And that's fine. When it's time to set my makeup, I call it locking in those lyrics. I heard talk that show was supposed to come back. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the show called Don't Forget the Lyrics. I heard talk that was supposed to come back. I haven't seen it. Where is that? Anyways. I use the L'Oreal, infallible setting, what do they call it? Defy transfer. I don't even know. It's a setting spray. But the thing about this is it's not going to let your makeup transfer onto other people, because I just like, as a tall person, I feel like short people have this concern too. So maybe people in the middle also have this concern. Maybe we all have this concern. As a tall person, when I hug people, my chin is usually like above them. And so like I've hugged guys before and like my chin will like brush up against their shoulder. And now you're wearing white and my face is on your shoulder, and that's super uncomfortable. And then I have a friend who's shorter who's like, when I hug men, like her face will press against their chest, and then There it is. Now, mind you, this isn't just about men. I just don't want to transfer on people. I don't know why I said men in both scenarios. Hugging people in general, I just don't want to get my makeup on them. And that's the only context I've experienced makeup transfer. Anyways, this helps with that. I literally fumigated myself. But this, no transfer. Now, in order to make the makeup stay, that's when I use a little On Till Dawn from One Size. And that keeps everything from, like, it's like literally you'll sweat, you'll stay in place, the whole thing. Jesus. Again, fumigate yourself. If I'm super honest, I don't know if both together works like that. You know, I've experienced good results with using both. I just don't know if you're supposed to do that. But I did. What lip combo do I want to wear? A good go-to is always, again, this Juvia's Place Coffee Bean lip liner. And, okay, I'm going to show you what it starts out as. I don't know if I have my before and after. I don't have the after. This is the Glow Reviver Lip Oil from e.l.f. It starts this color. Now, once you, wear brown lip liner and start using it, it changes colors. Because you keep redipping your thing. But I don't even have my other one to show you. I don't want to taint that one yet. So, I think I'm going to do this. This is another coral, isn't it? This is the Glow Reviver Lip Oil with the Glimmer Finish. I think it's also the color in coral. No, it's called Super Neutral. Whatever. This one's called Coral Fixation. Yeah, Coral Fixation. The GOAT. I like that one a lot. And I never thought about using like an orange lip gloss kind of thing. Orangey, I would say. I'm not fully orange. I don't want to use this. This is also really nice. This is the NYX Lip Lingerie. Like, it's like a lip stain, but people use it as the lip stain lip liner. I'm going to use that or this. I think I'm actually going to use that. If there's going to be eating at this thing. Eating, but also, like, consuming of food. Is it giving? I don't think it is already. I'm already off it. Because it's a lip stain, that's like your kind of major choice. It's fine. We're going to go with the lip liner. Also, I can't believe I didn't mention this earlier. Can we talk about Ulta Beauty World? Let me tell you a tale. I was sitting in a meeting, mind you, at work. And I had my iPad up and my phone in my hand. And I was waiting to get those tickets to Ulta Beauty World because, one, I was waiting in line for my sister and for myself. And my sister was waiting for her. We were going to, like, whoever got there first would get the tickets if we could. Now, mind you, my best friend and my sister, obsessed with Ulta Beauty. They really wanted to go. I didn't want to go. I'm actually not pro just walking around and, like, aimlessly anywhere. So I actually wasn't interested in going. But then I remembered all the times the two of them have spent a lot of money to pursue my love of the Jonas Brothers. And I thought, you know what? Fair is fair. This is their Jonas Brothers. And I was going to surprise them by getting a ticket. Well, surprise was on all of us. You know those, I don't know if you guys also waited, but there was like these dots. And it was like, each dot was getting closer. My friend had 7 dots, so she was winning. I had like 3 or 4. My sister had like 1. And so we're sitting there. My meeting is over, mind you. I'm setting up for an event at work. And like, that's when I get the notification that they're just completely sold out. Or like the line has been paused. So like over an hour we waited, an hour or so. Didn't work out. We'll get them next time, I guess. They got to come up with a better system. The girls were upset on the TikTok, I tell you that. All right, anyways, this is the look. We went with the Juvia's Place lip liner and the Glow Reviver Lip Oil Glimmer Finish on the lips. I have to go figure out what I'm wearing and get dressed and get ready to go. One more thing. What order do y'all do your getting ready process in? Because clearly I did hygiene, hair, makeup, outfit. I don't think hygiene is technically part of it when we're talking about this. It's hair, makeup, outfit. If that's your order. But I've heard people do makeup first, which is fine, I guess. But they do hair last. And I'm like, I can't. That doesn't work for me. Hair, makeup, outfit. So we're about to go do the outfit portion. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to be doing more of these. I thought this was fun. I had a good time. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching it and yapping together. You can check me out on TikTok, Instagram, all the places at Lisa K. Satchel. Are y'all still using X? Let me know. Because I like reactivated or re-signed into my account for the first time since 2022. And I'm not even sure if it's worth it. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.